Hello and welcome to the Global Fashion Workshop channel. I remind you that we release a new video 3 times a week. Today we continue working on this amazing outfit. We have this A-line skirt with the side seam shifted to the front and to the back. We have a separate side panel. Here it is. We've done the drafting on the jacket already, and we've done the drafting on the skirt. You already know all the details about every part, so I won't go too much into it. I have 190 centimeters of fabric, but as I see it now, it'll be a bit difficult. Why difficult? That's because we need a second one like this. So we've placed the patterns in a way that they'll be placed for the second detail. But Olga also said she wants a belt for the skirt. So we need to leave some fabric for the belt as well. To sum it up, I think 2 meters is enough for such an outfit, but it still depends on the skirt length, the jacket length, and the size. Our size isn't so big, and the skirt isn't so long, as well as the jacket. It all depends. You should make the patterns drafted to see how much you do need for your size, your length, both of the skirt and the jacket. And well, of course, the jacket shouldn't be too long. If we make it too long, the outfit will lose its purpose, its style, and its spark. So I've placed it on the cutting. I remind you once again what is what. The back of the skirt, the side of the skirt, and the front of the skirt. I'll cut this out right away and we'll give it away to work on further. The back, the front placket, the bottom placket of the back, and the raglan. That's how it is for now. That's what we'll be cutting out from the fabric. I won't be recording every single step of the basting, of course. I've explained how. I'll show you how when we baste the skirt. I'll show you how to assemble the difficult parts and then we'll move to the fitting. If I'm doing everything on camera, it'll take hours. And so I start cutting from the fabric. I'll explain. I add 1 centimeter at the bottom of the skirt because we'll apply facing to it. We decided we would find a crepe fabric with a matching color and sew it on the bottom. If we do the facing with a coat type facing, it'll be rough. You'll see what we'll have in the end. I won't add anything to the length of the sleeve because we'll also make cuffs. Well, there it is. I start cutting the fabric. The allowances are 1 centimeter everywhere. We start cutting. Pay attention. I don't like making big allowances. Later, you just don't know what to do with them. Of course, for those who have bigger hips and a smaller waist, the lines will be different. Not as straight as what we have, but rather like this. And we've decided to make another video regarding this outfit, a workshop on how to make this pocket, how to make a beautiful pocket. Here, where I have the pocket allowance, we don't need anything else.
Потому что не нужно.
Five or 6 minutes and the skirt is all cut out. I've added 1 centimeter everywhere except for the pocket and the one-piece placket. This is not a pocket allowance, it's a one-piece placket. This I didn't add here. Whether there'll be a seam on the back or not depends on the fit you're going for. If you don't want it to have a slim fit, but just a hinting on the waist, then you of course need a seam on the back. But those who want to make the straight fit, you know, the way jackets are, those don't even need this seam. Oh, great! And like this, I'll finish the skirt now. I'm done cutting the skirt. I'll give it away to baste now while I continue with cutting out. They'll be basting the skirt already. The back, the bottom placket, the front, and its placket. I remind you that these points do now connect. And when we will be assembling the parts, the raglan should fit here also. So assembling the parts won't be easy. Now I'll do the easiest preparation steps behind the camera, and then I'll show you how to assemble the parts. All attention to the table. It's very important for me that you understand how to assemble it. So look here. I have the base in front of me, the darts, the side seams, the center back, and that's what I could allow myself to baste behind the camera. You see the garment in front of you. I haven't basted the bottom placket fully till the end. At first, when it's our first fitting, I don't apply the interfacing yet. It's just to see how it looks. After this fitting, when we'll finish and show it to you, the girls will take it apart, apply interfacing, and trim it. We can do it differently. That'll take too much time. It'll take the whole day. Look, you get it, right? I've basted the darts and the side seams, the center back, and I've basted the placket on the back. Next, I haven't worked on this part yet. The sleeves. I'll put it away for now and show you the sleeves. This time we only attach it there. That's the sleeve, this seam. The shoulder seam will be assembled later. I haven't finished basting there. You'll see why later. And about assembling it, that's the most difficult part. I'll show you. I'm glad we're doing something new with you, and I'm glad we found some use for the magazines I've bought. What used to happen sometimes is I would buy a magazine in, let's say, Paris. Give away more than €100, and I'd bring it here and no one would even look. But these times, when there's nothing much really, everyone enjoys new magazines. We've basted the skirt. It's on the table. Why am I not basting this seam? There's some difficulty about this. I'll explain it to you. That's of our front. That's the placket that will attach. And when I would attach it by the seam here, I wouldn't have enough placket. I would lack the placket here. See, right? Well, you'll see it. I should attach the placket first and then this seam, but we need to attach the placket later because this point will be here. That's our raglan sleeve. Without the top of it sewn, but it's still raglan. I'll put the right side to the right side right now. The placket is for later. I'll show it all to you when I've finished pinning it. Later, I'll add the placket here with a common seam. After adding the placket, we'll have one line. I hope it's understandable because it's all very complicated. We've seen how it looks at this point in the making. Now we'll baste in the raglan, just as we usually do with the sleeves. First this top part, then this one, and then what's inside. I've deepened it. We keep that in mind. Right now, I'm doing nothing more than sewing in a sleeve, basting in a sleeve.
Да.
It's very convenient, by the way, to baste in a raglan sleeve without its top connected, and we couldn't sew it together because we didn't have the sleeve for this. Don't pull it. Don't pull it. As you see, I let the sleeve, and that's the bottom. Great. I'll baste in the second sleeve just the same way. I'll finish basting and we'll see what we get. If you're going to make this outfit, you'll have to assemble it in this order. To be honest with you, it's the first time I'm sewing in a raglan without its top sewn. I've done many things, but not this one. I can't turn it around and show it in the air at the moment. Look here, that's our sleeve. It's all as it should be. It just lacks the sleeve. It lacks that part of the front, but we'll fix it now. After I'm finished basting it, I'll be able to sew this stitch seam. The bottom. Check and pin. If you don't trust your judgment, make a couple of checkpoints. First, we baste the inner seam of the sleeve from the inside, and then we connect it with the rest of the garment. Great, I'll continue basting now.
Это я примерно
I'm basting the placket and the front together. What's left is just to finish basting this seam, the shoulder seam, and the jacket is ready.
плечевой и наша курточка.
The other half will be basted off camera, of course, but it was important for me to show you the order to assemble it in, because first we had to find out the right order ourselves.
Какой он порядок сборки правильный.
The placket is a bit bigger here, but I don't pay attention to it because it'll fix by itself in the process.
Отрежется и так далее.
Here's the side seam.
Я сейчас
I'll finish basting this part so that it won't fall apart during fitting.
это все.
Okay, let's see what we have. That's the side seam. The plackets are all right. This is the front. You can see it, right? That's how the sleeve looks. That's terrible. Right now we need... You see how it should be? There's nothing difficult about it, about basting the shoulder seam. Here's the shoulder, but we have the placket basted in here. It's all great. We can't baste the sleeve right until the end because we'll have a hole for the cuff here. We start basting. In our field, everything should be thought through in advance, the design, the order in which you assemble the parts, so you won't come across such a problem, or else we'll be doing our thing and then boom. We get frustrated and we don't know what to do next. We see that it doesn't work out. So for this moment to never come, we need to think everything through in advance. Look, the placket connected with the raglan just right. Look how nice it is. It's just right. Now, we'll look closely at this half to see what we have. Today, we have a pretty serious video. I try not to get distracted so that you don't get disturbed. When you deal with this, you need to pay maximum attention. Oh, see how it looks? That's how the shoulder looks. Here's the shoulder. Of course, the second sleeve will be basted off screen. Now look at our Olga. That's the first fitting. Just the first fitting, so it doesn't look its best. But we can already see that it's beautiful. Look at how the shoulder sits. Just magnificent. Stop for a bit. You see here? It's shorter in the magazine, but we didn't want to make it shorter. We didn't want the same length as in the magazine. You know why? Because it's unpractical to have such a warm outfit this short. We made it a little bit longer, so we ended up with this jacket. Olga is very happy with it, by the way. She already said she likes it. Even before recording, would she try saying she doesn't like it? Then the next time, she wouldn't have a new outfit. But I really like it, truly. I'm happy with it. Right, because no one can say they're not happy when they get something like this out of nowhere. Yes, it's really, really great. We also want to make a workshop on how to make a pocket on a skirt. There'll be a pocket and some collar too. We ended up with a very long sleeve. I made it 58 centimeters long plus cuffs. We need to remove about 2 to 3 centimeters from the sleeves. 2. And we'll have 2 buttons on the cuffs. We'll make it look better here. We'll add lining to the interfacing on the bottom, so it won't be too thick. If we use 2 fabrics, as for coats, it'll be too rough. We've shown you the fitting, and we look forward to the ready garment. Be different and unique every day. Like and follow us. Thank you for watching. All the best from Olga Paukshte, Olga, and the rest of our team.
Олечка и вся наша команда.